I know, I know.
We'll do
I
it.
mean, oh no,
Yeah, I guess
darn.
since not everybody's here, we'll have to do.
I
Gotta do One Piece.
damn, Rob,
I
like
know you're super disappointed about this.
I'm
I,
so hurt.
I know this is hard for you to deal with, man, but we're just gonna have to talk about One Piece instead.
And
Sorry.
I wore the wrong shirt. This shirt has a whole bunch of skulls on it. It's probably hard to see. Maybe if I put it like up
Oh my
close, it's like a
God.
little red and
Oh my
blue skull.
God. This
It's
guy.
not like I expected people not to show it.
Oh,
You
you're
know,
one
it's
of those
just
fans. You're crazy. You're crazy. All right. Okay. Now we know. It's all right.
but yes, I'm not that type of person. I don't know what you mean. I'm just
Yeah,
regular,
I know you like.
everyone wears skulls on their shirt. And,
Yeah, you just
what's
you're a big Aztec fan. Has nothing to do with none of this. That just weird
what?
coincidence. Just weird coincidence. You're like a subpar fan of One Piece, you said? Like you've watched it over and over again several times with different people. Um yeah, it's
I
just a little
could say
bit
it's my first time watching it this year.
this year. So of all the things there is to talk about One Piece, why specifically do you want to jump into Zoro and Sanji's glow up?
It's because something happened recently that changed the dynamic in the sense of like power scaling. Everyone's been up in arms about like, oh, Gear Fifth is this. Oh, God Usopp's the best. Oh, Frankie and this and that. Like all these jump ups, Jinbei being top tier and whatnot. All true,
Hmm.
awesome. We all saw God Usopp in Wano and he uses Conqueror's hockey, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the real things.
Golly.
Whew. Let's tone it down to just what Zoro did in Wano was amazing. Sanji figuring out his body was crazy. But then we
Mm.
go into Egghead, and that's where things start going into okay, so they both learn new things, but only one of them's really showing it up now, is what I see
Hmm.
in my perspective.
Wait, okay, let's start from there then, because that wasn't my take at all. Whoa.
So it was really cool to see Zoro's glow up and fight and everything in Wano, but I feel like he dialed down an Egghead where seeing him up against Lucci was awesome, but then you realize he's not beating him like off break. He's not. He's going back and forth with him, and then you start noticing that one thing is just like we know he could beat him. We know he could do better, but who calls him out? Sanji, you're a waste of space. And like it just triggers him to go into like this. I'm jumping all over because I'm just so excited. I'm
No,
sorry,
no, 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 no,
but
keep going, keep going. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it, it, it's the power dynamic that I love so much between those two. Um, I can fight that Sanji is more stronger than Zoro at this point.
No, no, I don't see that. I don't see that. I thought it was like he's calling him a waste of space because they're always at each other. They've been at each
Mm-hmm.
other since the
Absolutely,
Davy Jones games. That's like
absolutely.
at least that's where it was prominent. But I wouldn't say that they stronger than him. But
I would say
but
it
to his
because
credit, I wouldn't say that Zoro's stronger than Sanji either. I used
well,
to. I
yes,
used to, but my thoughts have changed about that. So
okay.
yeah, like they developed very differently, and I gravitate more towards Zoro, and I know you gravitate more towards Sanji, and it's I think it's more so the characters as opposed to their power dynamics. But I really like the idea of a super disciplined person who's trying to perfect their craft to try to do, X, Y, Z, or try to accomplish whatever goal. Sanji is still also in the same right trying to perfect his craft in order to accomplish XYZ goal. But his goal isn't, I want to be the greatest chef. I want to cook the best meal. I just want the opportunity
You know what? You're
to
right.
cook
Yeah.
stuff out of the sea. But there's some stuff that's mirroring, but they're like dynamically different in that sense where Zoro's training and discipline is connected at the core of who he is and the goals that he wants to achieve, whereas Sanji is way more of a he's more holistic. Like he's a gentleman. He won't put his hands on anybody. He will never hurt a woman. He always comes to their aid. And so like the way that they developed is very different. Where Zoro's like, okay, learning the vibrations of different materials, learning how to cut this, training constantly. Sanji was just, I'm gonna adapt. I'm going to adapt to any and everything. Like the random joint in Water 7 when he just started spinning on his foot and it's like, yeah, the foot of the devil. You're just like, huh?
The
That's
spice
random.
of the devil, yeah.
Yeah. I was like that's kind of random. Like why do you okay, I mean he was able to win with that, but if you rewind it a couple episodes before that, he was fighting this guy on the train who had that ramen tempo. What did he have? He had like fire
Out of
coming
his
out of his
nose.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he had yeah, I was a weird guy. But he had the fire feet. And so I
Hmm.
think Sanji's just and he's always been that guy. He's always been the guy to adapt to different situations. He like, okay, he notices something like in I forgot the name. But the one with Vivi, he noticed
Alabasta.
yeah, Alabasta. He noticed like, oh, everybody was in trouble and then he's like, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna play this cool collected guy and he doesn't recognize me, so I'm gonna come in like a boss and like save everybody." So like, but he adapted. He's like, "Wait, who the hell is that
Mr.
guy?"
Prince.
Yeah. But like he'll take little bits, desperation when like everybody went to the different places. Zoro's training with the person he wants to defeat one day, and like, okay, I'm gonna fight these monkeys. And no racial undertones there. Guy who always fights black characters, but yeah, Zoro's just he's fighting
That's
all
just
these.
that's not true.
Yeah,
That just
that's
happens
another
a
that's
lot.
another video. That's another video. But
Way.
but Sanji was taken to the Big Faces person island and he learned the airwalking technique. Like that
Yeah.
technique that
Well,
tech
he learned it from CP9
yeah, so that and that's what I'm saying. Like he
because
adapted.
they had Skywalk and Moonwalk or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do enjoy Zoro's like come up in hardships of learning how to cut things differently, learning how to not cut things, and like his training regimen, crazy, crazy, crazy. Like just the amount of training he does is almost as much as Sanji's, I'd want to say. When it comes to like always going for his swordship, it's 100% better. But when it comes to his body, he does train his body crazy. But I feel
Hmm.
Sanji trains his body more. Even before this whole, he found out what his body is through the little can. Because I think,
Okay.
my personal opinion, probably,
Okay.
but in order for Sanji to be as fast as he is, in order for Sanji to be as strong as he is,
Okay.
he had to have put some dedication into those kicks, some dedication into his speed, all while reading new recipes, learning new areas. Like he's always been the not so much the strongest one, but the smartest one in the sense of like, hmm, you might be stronger than me, but are you quicker than me? You might be quicker than me, but are you stronger than me? You might be both, but are you smarter? And he's always
Okay.
like you said, in an adaptive way
Yeah.
that he knows how to outshine the top. And when he fails, it's inevitably like sometimes not everyone wins, was just the whole theme of the show. But he pushes himself beyond his limits to the point that he might not be Luffy's right hand man,
Hmm.
but he's easily one of his best crewmates, undeniably. And he's easily one of the most important people who have really strung up the crew to become better or get through things than anyone else. Like
Okay, wait. There's a lot of claims going on. So I won't say, I don't think he trains his body more. I think that, like he said, because he's this jack of all trades with like speed, power, smarts, and his ability to adapt, he's been able
Mhm.
to overcome every challenge that he's come across, which is why it's so interesting now that his body is activating. Now his body is
I
this
I
weird
have
thing
a
where.
bittersweet about that though. Like
Mm.
the science in his body being the thing that makes him weird now. I'm bittersweet about it because I always admired the fact that he was just strong because he put in the work behind the scenes. And
Well,
behind the scenes I meant like you knew he trained with Zeph. You knew he trained like
yeah.
daily. And when you think about it, he's always fighting. If when he's not cooking or like, discovering something new, he's always fighting in the sense of with Zoro himself,
Mm.
stopping the one and only pirate who would make them all starve.
Yeah.
So he has to be faster than Luffy. And we all know Zoro's fast. Luffy's
No.
faster. But Sanji, he has to be faster than both of them.
No, I think he will adapt to his situation. So in a desperate moment, not that he trains behind the scenes. I don't think Luffy trains more than Zoro. I think Luffy's plenty adaptable, but I think Sanji's the
Well,
most
I think
adaptable.
I think they've all trained in different ways. Luffy has shown that as he battles, he grows.
Yeah.
So his form of training, because I think that's one thing we all realized during the time skip, isn't really do this over and over and over again until you get it.
Yeah.
It's more
Heat of the moment.
do it, and when it comes time to it, that's when you need to exceed yourself.
Right, right. So it's like, okay, get these fundamentals in heat of the moment. You'll be able to understand what you're truly capable of.
But with
Zoro,
Zoro, it's different. It's
yeah,
more train the
dedication.
sword, cut a million times until you have this perfect cut.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. And then Sanji, I think I would argue that Sanji's adaptability is
Mhm.
greater than Luffy's because Sanji doesn't even I don't see him training. I never see him training. And like his back and forth with Zoro, I think stems from him being in the kitchen. He's used to going back and forth with everybody. Like you're a line chef, especially if you're top dog, you're sous chef. Like people are gonna hate on you. And like he was hated
Mhm.
on. Zeth and him went back and forth. So he latched on to the reason why he goes back and forth with Zoro so much is because he associates him as you're one of the guys. Like I'm gonna fuck with you. You fuck with me. Like and maybe the roles are kind of reversed where Zoro's the right hand man. He's like, wow, I'm like a step beneath. And I feel like all this time, like I would have argued that Zoro was number one. In terms of like if they were to battle each other, I would say that yeah, I would have thought that Zoro won. But after the raid suit and his indestructible body, and then like you see, okay, wait, he was able to take out like Zoro's fight with King is amazing. I loved it. Love making that AMV.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sanji's fight with Queen wasn't that impressive. And but this is what I mean by that. It wasn't a hard struggle. Sanji just whooped his ass. I feel like
Yeah.
there was a little Sanji was like
Yeah.
grappling with like, oh shit, my body's like, am I changing? Did I do this? Am I this person? But then when it came time to it, it wasn't this big struggle back and forth like it was with Zoro and King. Sanji was just like, okay, it's time. And he just whopped him. So now I'm like,
Actually, now that you mention it, I think if not all his fights are like that.
no, I don't think all his fights were like that.
Well,
Number
once
two,
he
there
squares
was
off
like
like well, when he was in Water 7, yeah, yeah, there was a struggle there up until yeah.
struggle
Yeah.
with number two from the Baroque works. There was struggle with Water Seven. There was struggle with yeah. I think he struggled until then, but I feel like now yeah, and Whole Cake Island. But
Yeah, yeah.
but now like after he beat Queen, it's almost like seeing Zoro when they were in the mermaid place, where like Zoro just like kind of oh wait he didn't even use the technique. What can he really do? So now I'm looking at Sanji like wait. What can he really do? I want to see what was Zoro what was Sanji
So
doing in a pinch?
and this is why I've come to my conclusion, or I've come to this debate about in Egghead. I believe Sanji's stronger because not only is he faster. Here's the craziest thing: Luffy versus Kizaru. He was struggling to keep up with him,
Hmm.
but he outspeeded Lucci. Zoro versus Lucci, it was back and forth. He didn't outspeed him, but he wasn't overwhelmed by him. So, but Sanji outspeeded Kizaru.
But that was in a
In
moment of
that beam light
desperation.
of kick, you have to be faster than the speed of light to stop that kick. In that one moment, he was just like, oh shit, I gotta go faster than that guy. Out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere.
In that one moment. But if he was just faster than light, then he would have just mopped up Kizaru like he mopped up Queen. But he didn't do that. So I wouldn't say that that's an ongoing thing. I think just in the spur of the moment, like his body reacted, especially with all the changes that have happened so far. I think it was that one moment type of thing. Not to say that he can't trigger other moments like that for going on. And
Mm-hmm.
but one thing that was interesting is that I think because now he's stronger, now he understands like
His body
how
more, I guess.
and I think he understands what he lacks. Because when he came across the Elder, he's like, I don't know what's going on, but we need to get out of here. Like he just or maybe that's just to speak on the Elder just so terrifyingly powerful. Their hockey's so
Well,
terrifyingly powerful that
that's another
anybody
thing.
is
The
hockey.
elders themselves, though, whole different story.
Yeah, yeah,
Whole different story.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
be here for days.
Fair enough. But yeah, I will. That's my argument against it. I don't think that he's stronger or faster than Kizaru. I think he's just super adaptable, and in that moment, he did what he needed to do to
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
again, I wanted to see him challenged because I don't think he's been challenged yet, or I
I
don't think he's been challenged now since Wano.
hmm. Well, yeah. Well, definitely, there's challenges right in front of him right now. There's definitely challenges.
Oh yeah.
Um, but to to Zoro, what irked me was him struggling with Lucci so much
Mm.
that it was kind of fun. I died laughing when Sanji just like he heard the whisper to Jinbei saying he's just a waste of space. He's just a waste of
Yeah,
space.
yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then you just see Zoro just like aggravated, like in the most intense way. Like, did he just call me
Yeah.
this guy who in the last season in the last island was telling me, yeah, if I don't make it, just take me down. If I become something else, please take me down, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, did this guy just call me a waste of space?
Yeah.
Did this guy, I went to hell and back. I fought King over there. You fought Queen, and
Yeah.
I'm a waste of space. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you're just a waste of space, taking up so much time. We gotta go. I'm over here fighting Kizaru. What are you doing, ZP0 that we've already beaten like Water 7 ago?
Man. But I think that it's really cool because I would have never I mean, I guess it makes sense that oh, Zoro can fight Lucci, but it's not like Lucci stayed still either. Like Lucci improved. But
No,
it's just to
no, he
say
improved
that
for sure. But
yeah,
the
Zoro improved
the
so much.
mindset that I think Jinbei and Sanji like implanted in Zoro is just like, dude, shouldn't you be better than this?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
think it
yeah.
annoyed him so much that he was just like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then all of a sudden he got serious, and you're just like, "Oh shit, all right." But I think that's that cool banter back and forth. But again, it's because they have different goals. Because Sanji is so well-rounded and adaptable, he has a clearer eye on, hey, let's get something accomplished. Let's do this mission right now. Need to get out of here. Zoro is super disciplined, super by the sword. I have to fight this one enemy in front of me or multiple if I have to. But he's like, I have to defeat you. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna take my time carving and learning this and like playing around with different power dynamics. Like he doesn't even know left from right. Zoro doesn't
No, don't ask him that.
he couldn't run to the ship if Lucci wasn't there. You know,
So
so
Wait, are you
He's
saying the reason Zoro actually didn't stop the fight is because he was afraid he didn't know where to go?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm
Was
saying
he
that
using this battle to avoid his one weakness to be strong because
he's
he
just like,
knows he'd be
all
on the
right,
wrong side of the
somebody
island?
else come please.
Was he aware?
No, I think he's the type of person who relishes in the fight, where it's
Yeah.
like, okay, even though he has like Tyson level power, like, oh, you could knock him out in the first round. He's like, I'm not gonna do that. I want you to show me what. Like he's Goku. He's like, cool. Here's the sensu bean. Let's do it. Let's go as long as we can go. And then we can see who lasts the longest. After that, let's see who's faster. After that, let's see who's stronger. After that, so I think that's what it is. He's just so goal oriented on his one mission and to being the best. He's like, okay, I'm gonna fight someone in front of me. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna relish this fight. He's like, he's enjoying himself. Even the point Luffy
Well,
was like, yo, you need help? He's like, nah. No,
I
and
think that was hilarious too. Luffy just floating in the air. Do you need any help with this?
yeah.
Um, uh, uh, but not to call back on CP0. But it was kind of a letdown to see Kaku not do much. I was really hoping he. I mean, he got the white suit. I thought he'd have more swordsmanship skills or something.
I
The
mean, he's
giraffe thing
fired.
was pretty cool. I thought he'd be more fire now because now he has more control of it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I think he's pretty cool. I like him. I mean, Lucci always comes up with the drip, man. He had the nice. Oh
the drip
man.
was fine. The drip was nice, yes.
Yeah.
But I expected more from Kaku, I guess, in the sense of like,
I hate Kaku. I love
really?
Kaku before the giraffe transformation. After that, I
Well,
was
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
get
I
out of
expected
here.
more from him now because the giraffe transformation was right then and there is when he first used it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
after 2 years, you would think something.
Man, get Kaku out of here. They played that correctly. He could politely sit on the sidelines.
In
We
a
don't
bubble,
need
bubble
Kaku
boy,
showing
just
off
bubble the
giraffe
boy.
powers anymore. Yeah, be the bubble boy. Great movie, by the way. Stay bubble boy. Don't keep your giraffe ass down. So, but yeah, no, I really enjoy it. I love it. I think that whole dynamic, I mean, on top of showing the government's ties and CP0 playing the roles in the backdrop, I think alongside with that it was more so to show off that power because his transformation then it has that flame. The
Hmm.
elders have that same flame when in their transformations. So maybe
Hmm.
there's some kind of connection there. I think there's kind of just more so to make that connection more than anything else. Or maybe
You
that's just
think
one
so?
of the
Like
cousins.
he's exhibiting even more stronger flames than before. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's linked to some other kind of power or some other kind of technique or utilizing the devil fruits along with hockey. But I don't know. I really don't know how that works. But I thought it was interesting. But going back to Zoro and Sanji, from the beginning you're always like, oh yeah, but they would be stronger if they had devil fruits. Oh yeah, but they would be stronger if they have devil fruits.
That's
And
another thing, yeah,
but you know
that
what's
I
super
liked about
cool?
both of them.
Yeah,
The fact that they didn't have devil fruits and they were like going hand in hand, like beating everyone they could,
yeah,
and or taking those hits, like Zoro taking Kuma's shot and Sanji taking NL's shot. Like, yeah, these
yeah.
are regular people taking these hits at the time.
Yeah. And now they both harness some kind of power that they attribute to the devil. And I think that's less of a like Satan worship and more so of an
Yeah,
homage to
King of
devil fruit
Hill,
users.
Devil Spices.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hell, not Hill.
Devil foot, I'm king of hell. I'm just like, oh, okay. I see what you guys are doing here.
I mean, the whole pirate crew's something else. You know, you got the Devil Child, the Blue Nose Reindeer, who's a doctor.
Pluto's reindeer. Uh, I like Chopper's transformation before in Water 7. Like it was a terrifying thing. Now it's like, huh. Like it's like Hulk Jr. It's
Yeah,
like,
I get what you're saying. Like it, yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
like the terrifying monster. Like Baby Godzuki is cute.
I like that he came out with new forms. Yeah,
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, I'm not against it. I like Chopper. I like Chopper way more as a character than I do as a fighter. I also feel like they nerfed Jinbei a little bit. I want to. Jinbei doesn't seem like
yeah. I
as
felt
someone
like
that's
in
introduced
Marine
us.
4, Jinbei was up there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I don't know. That's just how I feel, but I don't know. I
But
don't think he's really been challenged either, though, to be fair.
well, yeah, we haven't seen much of Jinbei's like push,
Yeah,
which is exciting. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. But talking about Zoro and Sanji, they end up being like two sides of the same coin in the sense of like that second mentor role in the crew, in
Mm,
the sense like from Sanji, you do learn a lot when it comes to how to, you know, be a good person. Like,
mm,
don't bully the people who don't deserve to be bullied, the weak. Protect the weak, feed the weak. Like, if they're hungry, they need food. Care about people. You get that from Sanji. You get that, like, oh, I would never hit a woman, children, and like feeble people deserves to be helped and things like that
yeah.
to a degree. And then Zoro, you get more of the stern, like you were saying, more follow the mentorship of the swordsman, like
Mm,
understand boundaries, understand the rules, understand like what we do this for, like understand that hey, this isn't a game, that this is our life, this is how we need to survive at times. And I think they both kind of learn from each other sometimes.
yeah, not only do they learn from each other and vibe off each other's energy, like the back and forth, the Sanji messing with like waste of space kind of thing, but it also there's two very dynamically different characters, two very dynamically different people, and because they outline it and they just the masters of their craft or their own in their own specific disciplines so much, it's impossible to imagine those two character traits in the same person. And I think that's the one of the beautiful dynamics of shows like One Piece, where they have so many dynamically different characters that excel in so many different areas. That it's not
they
like,
they they have some crazy characters. I was just thinking about it. I mean, just this literally a guy who's like nothing but mucus.
yeah, yeah, that's gross. But um, I might need to pause real fast. Sorry, hold on.
Ah,
Oh, well, I mean, we could end right there. That was a pretty solid. We've summed it up. I mean, is there anything else you want to mention about Sanji and Zoro? I gotta run
how
away.
they grow on each other pretty much.
Nah.
There's this
Yeah.
cool stuff about
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. 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 It's like, no, my bad. Sorry. I gotta run away. But this was awesome. Hell yeah. More One Piece stuff to come. If everybody else doesn't show up, we'll come up with more material. Interesting concepts. But yeah, man. DGL.
I mean,
Tune
comment down below what you guys think. Who's stronger? Who's better? Do they actually support each other, or do they actually antagonize each other to do better anyway?
in. Me. Good questions. All right, man. Peace.
Peace.